It is the We Are You Morning Crew, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, three of the finest hosts on this side of the planet. It is George Daigle, that would be me. Janet Fleming, that would be she. And he, they, them, it is Nate Cowser. He is here, and we are ready to share some sizzling subjects and trending topics. How are y'all doing this morning? Oh my God, that is not a good thing.
I'm fine. How are you?
I don't know. Can we get the thermometer check on Jenna, please? Can we get somebody to get the thermometer check? And Nate, are you doing okay? Yes? Nate!
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm good.
Oh my God. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, now that we woke Nate back up. Lil Nas X just can't catch a break. He cannot catch a break. You know, ever since the video has come out, he has been in the news cycle every single week for not one thing, it was another. The brand new video, and then his song being pulled from streaming services, and then his video now being on Pornhub, and then his mom being found begging for money on the street, and people were blaming him basically for it. And now he's in the news once again. Lil Nas X is, back in the news. This time, the Montero Call Me By Your Name rapper called out people who claimed that he came out for success in his tweets. And you know how he claps back at people on the tweets. Y'all love saying I'm being gay for success, but can't name 5 successful gay male artists in the last 10 years to save your life. He also liked a tweet that read, I notice a lot of gays keep pushing this Lil Nas makes his whole artistry about being gay narrative. And it's like y'all stan cis-het men and women who rap about their sexuality 24/7. Yet when a fellow gay does it, there's a problem. If you hate yourself, just say that. Other people joined in, some making attempts to name other gay or LGBTQ music artists that are successful, and some doing so jokingly. Nas came out back in June of 2019, right as his previous hit, Old Town Road, became a #1 song. Now, another user came for Nas, calling him the tweet sad because it supposedly erases other LGBTQ artists. They said, how do you even realize you're dissing all the gay artists that came before your ass? And then he responded, he is not slow on the clapback. He says, I'm not dissing anyone. I'm acknowledging the fact that we aren't usually as successful as our peers. What's not clicking, Starbucks Spellman? He was referring to user's Twitter handle and his username, which says, say so Spellman. It's a million niggas in the industry, he says, that make nothing but songs about women, and y'all don't complain. But I make my first song about a nigga, and now it's my entire artistry. Y'all crack me up, man. So
I like him.
Yeah, I love him. I absolutely love him. He's really very smart, and he's always right on it without crossing the line. You know what I mean? Very and succinct. But there are a lot of LGBTQ artists on WERUradio. We make it a platform to give them, the opportunity to be heard, that you won't hear them on national radio. But he is absolutely right. You can't name 5 out successful LGBTQ artists that are like on the top 10 that have a multi-platinum album. Can't name it.
What you say?
We speak about the same thing in terms of black artists, trying to fit into a world of, the Grammys and these things. But it matters that there are platforms now that embrace artists like him. Mm-hmm. But he's not telling a lie. I'll go back to that interview he did with Kevin Hart on a podcast once, and it's almost as if people act like it's not a struggle to be or to be different, or we act like we don't treat people this way, or we act like we have not created a very toxic environment for people, black people who are LGBTQ. We act like that's not a thing. We didn't just, stop calling people fags and dykes and blisters. We act like that's not a thing. But when somebody like him goes against that and pushes it back in their face, it becomes a problem. People are uncomfortable with it. Say that. don't, make somebody shrink who they are to make you comfortable.
Exactly.
What does that happen to him?
And I think the other portion of it is because, and I'm using this word with sensitivity because I don't want to take from anyone's definition of the word, but here it is. I think because Lil Nas X is masculine presenting, it's a problem for a lot of people because if he was in drag or if he was probably a little more flamboyant, he would be seen more as a caricature. He would be seen more as
but they would have something to say then.
They would, but walk with me. Say like a Big Frida or like a RuPaul or a Todrick Hall or who else? Name me, help me with one more. Well, those three. Let's say those three. Those three are all more feminine presenting. So they're not a threat to the establishment, if you will, but because Lil Nas X is more masculine and gay at the same time. So now you can look at the next artist like a Lil Uzi Vert or any one of these others. Not to say that Lil Uzi Vert is gay, but now everybody's being questioned. Are they? Maybe they are. That kind of thing. And I think that's what makes a lot of people more uncomfortable than anything else. That's just. What, Janet? What do you think?
But at the same time, I still like him.
I love him. I love the fact that he stands up for who he is, and you know what? He's in Atlanta. Let me try to get him.
You should.
Let me just try. We gonna see.
However, I have to say, if you manage to do that, you can't hoard him on a Monday.
I won't whore him any day.
Hard D.
Okay. All right.
No, don't say hard D, please.
Let's see. How about that?
HR.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, keep listening to WERUradio and see if Lil Nas X shows up. Hey, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work towards that. In the meantime, next hour, it is DB Marshall with Wellness Wednesday. Don't miss it, and we'll be back on the other side at 8 a.m. Good morning.